The Saints have made a franchise-altering change. Tyler Shough is officially the QB1 in New Orleans. We're going to give you my full reaction and break this down in great detail here on Saints Now by Chat Sports, but I want to hear from you. Do you agree with the move to name Tyler Shough QB1? Just give me a simple Y for yes or an N for no. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and let's have this conversation. I tried telling y'all that a QB change could be coming very, very soon. We've made multiple videos about it, and every time we get in the comment section, I see people saying, Trizzy, you're just pushing an agenda. You don't know what you're watching. Look at this fat, bearded guy with the podcast. I guess let anybody just talk on YouTube. Well, here we are. Never wrong, just early. The Moore and Shough era has officially begun in New Orleans. Ian Rappaport was the first to break it down and announce this information. The future is now. Tyler Shough is officially the starter. Spencer Rattler will be benched. He had a fairly nice year, in my opinion. It wasn't all doom and gloom, but when you look at Spencer Rattler as a whole, I think this was a decision that just quite frankly needed to be made, and it was inevitable that this decision would be made unless the Saints went on some crazy win streak that we realistically all knew never really would have happened. Now, why would you make this change now? I mean, there's a handful of reasons. One being, you got to give your quarterback the ability to prepare for this next game against the Rams. And why didn't you wait until the bye? Well, I think Tyler Shough and Spencer Rattler and Kellen Moore, I think the offense just needed a spark. Between those three, they haven't been getting it done with the offense. It's been underproductive. It hasn't been good enough. They struggle finishing drives. They're unorganized. And over the last few weeks, it's started to come unraveled for Spencer Rattler, where it's Tyler Shough. He took over in the third quarter of the last game, but now he's going to have the entire week to prepare with the starting squad, to install the offense, install the game plan, work on that chemistry with your receivers, and work with the running backs, work with the offensive line, not from a scout team perspective, but from a starter. And I will say, if making this change now, you can also say when you get to the end of the season, you got a fair evaluation of both players. And obviously, Spencer Rattler had his run last year. It did not go well. Obviously, in year two, it was much better. And remember, this is a QB competition that was really between two guys, but Jake Haener was also in this QB competition in the summer. But Rattler was named QB1. We all knew Shough would eventually be QB2. I think that this is going to give you a fair assessment of both quarterbacks. Barring anything crazy, there's an injury, Kellen Moore decides to go back on his word of flip-flopping quarterbacks, I think that we will see Tyler Shough be the QB1 for the remainder of the season. And at least until we have another quarterback in the mix, he is your starter for the foreseeable future. Now, we're going to be live here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. Saints versus Rams. We go live every single game day. But this one's going to be a little bit different. There's going to be some new energy in the air. Tyler Shough's debut will be on Sunday. So make sure you subscribe and join us live here on the channel. The game is at like 3:05. We're going to go live at 2 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you turn on your notifications, subscribe, and let's watch Shough's debut with the New Orleans Saints. Now, Spencer Rattler, I want to give him some credit here. Going back to the tape this year, again, it hasn't been all that bad, but it also hasn't been that great. I mean, over the last couple of games, I believe it's six turnovers in 6 quarters. Like, it's just not good football. And for the first few weeks, I want to give him a lot of credit. He was protecting the football well. He's using his legs very effectively. He was showing that he had the ability to compete and keep his team in these games. But at the end of the day, Spencer Rattler just wasn't getting it done, and I think that we know what he is. And I don't want this to come off disrespectful. I don't want this to be rude, but I think that he is just a high-end QB2 or a low-end QB1. And that's okay. That's totally fine. And I want to read a really, really cool tweet. We don't have a graphic for this, Lopez, so that's okay. But I want to give a really cool props to Spencer Rattler. Nick Underhill shared on Twitter. I ran down Spencer Rattler in the hall on Sunday after he did media and asked him why did he decide to stand on the stage and answer questions instead of dipping out of the locker room without answering questions. His response is, you got to be a pro, right? handle it the right way. Adversity is real, especially at this level. You just kind of have to take it on the chin, move on, and you can't hang your head. I do think that Spencer Rattler is going to be handling this like a professional. I cannot say that I'm disappointed in how he's handling this. I really do think that there is value in having him around. Maybe that value is that he is a guaranteed quality backup quarterback. And if that's the case, there is a role for him in this league, and there is a role for him on this team. But at the end of the day, right here, right now, this is Tyler Shough's offense. This is Tyler Shough's team, and the Kellen Moore and Tyler Shough era has officially begun. Now, we're going to talk more about this QB change here in just one moment, but I'm super excited to tell y'all guys about a brand new sponsor here at Chat Sports. If you want to click the link in the comments or description of this video, you can use code CHAT at checkout for Bubs Naturals to get yourself some new stuff. Whether you like it or not, you are getting older. Stiff joints in the mornings, recovering from the gym is taking longer, hair is thinning, nails are breaking, and even your skin is losing that smooth glow. Aging sucks, but it doesn't have to. Starting in your mid-20s, your collagen production starts to naturally decline in your body. I'm 26 years old. I'm definitely starting to feel those effects. That's where Bubs Naturals collagen peptides come in, and they have saved the day for me. Bubs helps restore collagen levels closer to what your body naturally had in its youth, so your joints feel younger, your hair and nails grow healthier, and your skin looks smoother. No junk, zero sugars, sweeteners, or fillers. And guys, if you want to be healthier, if you want to improve your lifestyle, I highly encourage you to get some collagen peptides. Check out Bubs Naturals website. They have all sorts of awesome products. And if you use our code CHAT, C-H-A-T, at checkout, you'll get 20% off your order. I swear by it. I've been taking this product for a few weeks now, and I'm telling you right now, I am feeling so much better, especially on watch parties and game days on Sundays. Like, we're live all day. The recovery process takes a while. Not anymore. Thanks to Bubs Naturals. So make sure you click the link in the comments or description of this video so you can live better longer for a limited time. Listeners of Saints Now by Chat Sports are getting 20% off their order at Bubs Naturals by using code CHAT at checkout. Just head over to BUBSNaturals.com and use code CHAT and you're all set. After you purchase your items, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support Saints Now and tell them that we sent you. Click the link in the comments and description to get started today. All right, let's talk Tyler Shough, get a little bit more. I think that this is a move that makes sense. Like I genuinely believe that this was something that was inevitably going to happen. Down to the depths of my core, I wanted Spencer Rattler to succeed. I wanted him to be the guy. I wanted it to work out. But when Kellen Moore drafted a quarterback in general, not just 40th overall, but when he drafted a quarterback, he immediately became his guy. And I'm not saying that Spencer Rattler never had an opportunity. He did get an opportunity. Last year, he was thrown into the Wolves in a pretty shitty situation. This year, he is also in a fairly shitty situation, but it's still not going that great. There's been flashes, got to give him credit, but we have to figure out what we have in Tyler Shough. It's time to turn the page. It's time to go into the next phase of this rebuild. And that next phase is starting Tyler Shough. And there's a lot of things that you can sit here and criticize about him, but I think that there's a lot more strength to his game. He has a prototypical NFL size, 6'5", 219 pounds. He tested well at the combine. His speed is really nice. He has a flexible arm. He has a nice release. One of the things that I really, really liked about him too is that he can move his arm. The flexibility to be able to throw at different angles is something that I value. Remember, literally this past game, literally the most recent game, Spencer Rattler's trying to hit Foster Moreau on the flat, and instead of throwing it sidearm to try to get it around the Bucs defender, he throws it right here. Bucs guy jumps up, tips it off. Credit where it's due, makes a hell of a play, and then gets the pick six. Like, I think that that's something that Tyler Shough could help alleviate. He also has accuracy at all three levels. He has nice touch on the ball. He has nice feel in the pocket. And I do think that he does a good job of limiting the mistakes. Spencer Rattler, it felt like we were either seeing checkdowns, fumbles, or throwaways. It really didn't feel like there was a lot of great football being played with him at the quarterback position. Players were dropping passes. Maybe that's on the receivers. Maybe it's on the quarterback. I really don't know who to blame in that regard, but I am a believer. The ball hits you in the hands, catch the damn rock. That being said, maybe when you have a different quarterback out there who has a little bit more touch, has a little bit more feel, can hit that accuracy a little bit better, has the better size, has the ability to throw from various different angles, maybe, just maybe, that is something that can work out. Now, the QB options were always this. You had 3 options. Door number 1, you open the door. Spencer Rattler, he's your QB1. And that's the guy you ride off into the sunset with. He's your franchise QB. Boom. That's clearly not happening. That door is shut. Door number 2 was Tyler Shough is starting. That's where we are right now. And you know what the beauty of it is? It's not guaranteed to be better. It's not guaranteed to be worse, but it's different. And sometimes different is good. Sometimes it's not. But at the end of the day, you have to make a change. You're not going to get change without making a change. So what happens if door number 2 doesn't work? It's the beauty of it. Door number 3, you have the number 1 overall pick right now. You get to make the top pick in the draft. You get Fernando Mendoza. You get Dante Moore. You get whoever the hell you want. And for me, I personally can see one of 2 things happening. The New Orleans Saints currently hold the number 1 overall pick. Reminder, you still have to play against the Titans. You still have to play against the Jets. You still have to play against the Dolphins. And those are teams that are going to be at the very top of the draft. And a lot of those teams are going to be quarterback needy. So when you hold the number 1 overall pick, I could see one of 3 things happening. The first one being you just trade out of it and you recoup extra draft picks because option number 1, you play good enough to roll with him. Like I said earlier, it's 2 options. I kind of talked myself out of it. But Tyler Shough, option number 1 is Shough plays good enough. And I'm not saying he plays elite, but he plays good enough for you to trust that he can be the quarterback at least for another year. And you trust that he can be the guy. You'll roll with him as the starter next year. You draft a wide receiver to support him. You draft an edge rusher. You draft tight ends. You build around him and try to give him an opportunity to succeed. That's option number 1. Option number 2, Tyler Shough just shits the bed. He stinks it up, and you have the number 1 overall pick, and you draft Fernando Mendoza, who I personally think would actually be an excellent fit in Kellen Moore's offense. I think that Kellen Moore could work with Fernando Mendoza so well. It would be frustrating if the Saints moved on to a quarterback right away, considering they just used the top 50 pick on a QB. It would be an obvious that was a waste of a pick, and that's not really great in terms of optics, and you want to draft contributors with a top 50 pick. So for what it's worth, I don't think that there's anybody out there who should be rooting against Tyler Shough. If you're rooting for him to fail and you're a Saints fan, shame on you. You shouldn't care about the name on the back of the jersey. You should care about the logo right here, the name right here. That's what matters most. The New Orleans Saints, not this agenda that you have, not this belief, not these politics you want to play in terms of who should start, who got drafted where, who's making more money, who drafted who. This is football. This is how it is. Tyler Shough is now the starting quarterback, and I think that that's something that we should all rally around. When was the last time we had a quarterback taken in the top 50? Not in my lifetime. Let's have some fun with it. Let's get shucking crazy. D-Generation X style. Shuck it. Shuck it. Shuck it. Give me a shuck yeah in the comment section if you are fired up to see number 6 on game day. Appreciate you guys for rocking and rolling with us here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Tace Girouard. Reminder, we will be live on Sunday. We got more content coming out throughout the week around some trade rumors. All sorts of stuff is happening around the black and gold. Changes are being made every single day, and we're here to keep you informed. So lock us in, hit the sub button, turn on your notifications, and y'all stay golden. We will see you next time.